Hello everybody and welcome back to the Orange Studio. In this video, we're going to be trying to design a abstract Y logo. So what we're going to do is we're going to first just go to the text tool and we're going to change the font to Mont, extra heavy, and we're going to bring the size up to around 100 and we're going to type Y, capital Y. So we're going to create outlines, make it bigger, and we're going to change the color to white. So now we just know how a Y actually looks. But we're actually not going to use this for our design. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to grab the pen tool and sketching off of the Y, we're going to select at all the nodes, the points, but we're going to actually just make it a full triangle rather than going all the way down. So we have, rather than going down to keep the one line, so we're going to just change that color to gray so we don't get mistaken. Just move it up a tiny piece. And okay, so, you know, I thought that we made a mistake. So what I'm going to do again, we're just going to redo that. Grab, click, 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 and then finish off the shape. So that's part of our Y finished. Okay, so we'll just move it. So we're going to select the pen tool again, and we're going to come over this side. And in fact, we're going to go around the same area, and we're going to come around here and then go back up. Now we're almost done our shape. There, how it looks at the moment. Basically, it looks like a V. So now there's two ways that we can actually finish this. So we can come here and just select there, and then we're going to go down like this. Or another way is just select our shape, Control C to copy, Control F to paste in front, and we're going to flip it horizontally. So flip it vertically, and we're going to just align it, move it down once. Let's just align this, move it to the side once. So now that's one way you can finish the Y, but it doesn't look, I mean, it looks like a Y, but not the kind of Y that we want to create. So we're going to copy this and just drag that over there and just end it like that. And we're going to come over here and we're going to make this triangle shape just slightly smaller. I feel like by pressing, we're going to come here and delete that shape, but move that in once. And we're going to select the pen tool. We're selected on this top right node and we're going to finish it with the bottom right node and just close up the shape. And we're going to do the same thing here. So select that, delete it, select the pen tool, select one node and finish off the shape. So now we have completely square or straight edges. And we're going to tilt our triangle a little bit so it can just touch our rectangle precisely. Zoom in. Okay, so that's right. 1, 2, and 2. So there, our Y is come together. We've done the top part, the top of the Y, this section. Now we have to work on the bottom section. What we're going to do is select our triangle and duplicate it. And we flipped it horizontally and vertically and made it, we're going to make it a lot smaller. Firstly, let's go and just use the nodes, select both the left nodes and bring them in twice. Bring them in twice, and then just select the bottom node. Just bring that in once. Bring that in once, and then that should be all right. And now with the bottom triangle, we're going to just experiment with seeing how we can make this a full shape. So let's just use our cursor tool to align up at the bottom, and we're going to move 1, 2. So that doesn't really capture the shape that we want it to capture. So what we're going to do is we're just going to duplicate that. I always have a habit of duplicating my work just in case anything gets lost. And we're going to come with a Y, and we're going to go 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just make sure that when you're aligning it, it doesn't, when you're doing this, it doesn't come out of proportion. It still keeps the correct amount of spacing that it's supposed to have. And so working off of that node, we're going to create a rectangle with the pen tool, and we're going to punch it out of our Y, a long Y shape. And then we're going to, in the Pathfinder sections also, we're going to just split or divide. I'll group that. And now see how we can play with it. Now just delete this triangle, duplicate it, and so, and we flipped it. We flipped it vertically, so it comes upside down. And now we're just going to align it to the absolute, and come down with our cursor now, and manually just put the two corners together. Zoom out. There is a little bit more space on the top, so I'm just going to bend it just a tiny bit more. And we kind of have a Y shape. I mean, you can, it is abstract, like we were intended for it to be abstract. You can tell that's a Y. I mean, if it has a name with it, you could tell that it's a Y. But if we can't tell, then what we're going to do is we're going to go one more time, duplicate it, group this because we still like that. And we're going to try, what if we made this as big as it was before? That could work, but I'm not sure I like it. So back to small. And that can stand as a Y logo. I can see Y in that. Okay, that makes it even almost harder and easier to recognize to be a Y. So let's, at the end of the day, here's our abstract Y logo. There's more ways that we can, more ways than one that we can modify and edit this and give it its total finishing. Which were that you can, I'm going to say that you can experiment with that. Experiment how you feel it looks better. Do you feel it looks better with big, or do you feel like it looks better small? Tell me in the comments which way you decided to end it with, big or small, or with this, or with your own kind of styling. So it's just Control C in there, flip horizontally, align that to the right. We're going to use our pen tool, grab the nose just to align it properly. Firstly, I'm just going to delete that, just grab this, just in case, because I kind of like it now that it's symmetric. We're gonna go control, and we're just gonna go up once, and we're going to punch. So I think what we wanted to do was intersect, and then control F. We're gonna copy and left that to bring that to front, and then we're going to punch. So now we have both shapes. Let me just get rid of this extra line that we don't need down here. And we can just make this smaller for whatever reason we would need this for. You can still see the Y in that. It's just a little bit more complicated. I don't know, maybe if you why you would do that. But I think that we can go with any one of these three. You can delete that, get that out of there, don't longer need that, and get away with that. You can choose any one of these three. What I suggest you do is you give these this shape either a purple to orange or a dark, no, or a light blue to orange gradient, and see how that looks. I'm sure it will look really nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna give it this gradient that we spoke about. So we're gonna come over here, and we're going to, sorry, we're gonna click on the gradient fill, and we're going to change the gradient color. Let's go find a gradient or an orange color palette off of Color Hunt. Our colors that we're going to use for gradient, and I think this would be perfect for the occasion. So what we're going to do is select on our gradient fill. Using the color picker, we're going to select the two different shades of orange, and we're going to use the gradient tool. So that was gradient panel, but now we're using the gradient tool, and we're going to align it like that. So it's, and then we're going to, for our other section of the Y, we're going to also give it gradient, but and then for this one, we'll give it, so I keep doing that. We'll give it this color, and this color, we'll give it this color. And then for us up here, we're gonna just rechange this to this color, and this one we're going to give this purple color. But we're going to unify all the gradients by going to a gradient tool and just selecting it and going like that. And that sort of unifies our gradients a little bit. I don't like something about it that's not, it's not settling with me. I feel like it's the color selection, but what we're going to do now is we're going to, firstly, we're going to round some of these corners. I feel like these corners need rounding. And definitely for this one. So you just rounding the edges gives it a completely different effect, and it makes it look really nice. So with those corners rounded, the gradient kind of stands out like that too. It can still also be edited. You can change the gradient, but for now it's time to come up with a name. And we're gonna start dealing with the presentation. Also, we're gonna Control and C this, Control and C, Control and F, Control and C, Control and F, and we're going to just select like that with the pen tool, round it by holding down and twisting, and we're going to we're going to control and copy our shape that we just created, and we're just going to keep pasting and intersecting. Paste. So pasting and intersecting, and then we're going to change the color to white, and then we're going to take the opacity just way down, just 10, and that gives it a really nice 3D effect. Now we could have done it even more stylish than that, but just want to show you what you can do in Adobe Illustrator. This is a powerful package. I hope you know, if you want to know how to design more logos like this logo was actually meant to be in our new up and coming logo design course. Don't worry, there's nothing that you're going to miss out on. It hasn't launched yet, but when it does launch, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be one of the best logo design courses on Udemy. I hope you guys like this video, like this tutorial. I hope you can subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share this video, share the channel, spread the love to everyone, because we put a lot of effort into these videos, and look forward to our logo design course, which is coming out.